Hey everybody, I'm TecToss and welcome back to Let's Play Divinity Original Sin. First off, before we start, I gotta say thank you, because one of you... What's that? Is that still static? Oh, yes it is. Let's get off here. One of you advised me to look around the room, and because the activation of this force field is not as hard as I thought. So I went around... And of course I did this off screen because I think I did enough hemming and hawing at these damn sentinels. And, well, now I spoiled it. And I found this. So we could just click this. I think that was Lurian, wasn't he? Oh no, Lurian was... yeah, Lurian. Nice. Sua was the other one, right? The summer... Oh god, it's so long. Can we see that? Dialogue. Sua... Yeah, Sua was the sun god, and... Lurian was the... Well, I guess next time before we answer we'll look in that, but this one just... I don't know. I just followed my gut. And there we go. So that's the one thing. And the other thing is... Well, that's great. The other thing is... Well, let's first save that. I should get the tornado spell, like yesterday, because it can actually remove any... hazardous surface, I believe even lava. Yo, yeah. Summon air, petrification, tornado. Huh. Who knew I had that with me all the time? I could learn that, I think. Let's see, Jahan, though, would be the better one to learn that. Air terror. Yeah, I think he would be way better suited for that. So let's move these guys over here. Do we have that with you as well? No. Because Ragnar is going to be the one, like, he needs damage dealing and he needs the self-protection that air provides, but he doesn't need the tornado. There we go. Nice. And Ragnar's, not Ragnar, the Jahan's the support mage. Alright, let's take a look around.
Spotted something interesting.
What was that? Huh. What could that do? Probably deactivate these two firebolters. Maybe.
The sentinel seems to be deactivated. Should be safe to go across now.
Oh, should it? There's a... I don't trust you yet. I don't trust you yet. So yeah, thank you for that. I've been looking around and testing around, and I would have missed that treasure room. That is behind here. Look at that. Can you see that yellow? Anybody see the last the last one of the Hobbit movies? That's what I imagine this room to be like. I just hope there's no smoke in there, or Smaug. I think Smaug is the name. It's easy to pronounce in German. Like Smaug is just the way you would pronounce it in German. Don't know how you do that in English. Alright, what the hell's this? Did I just pass that? Actually, why don't we just go see? Come on. Just walk! Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, that's great. Okay, so now we got a little stop to do. A little around the healing. Actually, they walked around that by themselves, didn't they? Very interesting. So the pathing wasn't that dumb, it just was very slow, but wasn't that stupid. So I got angry for no reason. Well, okay, I'll just give that a quick save. I know overdo it, but oh, 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 oh! What the hell is here? Are those the sentinels we deactivated? Looks like it. Okay. Hey there, what's that? Picked up one plate. Is this a regular plate or is that useless but pretty? Yes, I like useless but pretty. Honestly though, if you want to spoil me, is there a way to spend the cash you earn in this game? Because we are at... where's that? We got 80,000 sitting on us, and I'm sure we got like crap laying around in our inventory that's worth easily another 25,000 if we sell some of the unique items we have. So I wonder, is that even worth it? Like, or am I just overdoing it? I mean, I'll be doing it anyway because I'm just greedy like that in role-playing games. I can't help it. I need to collect every item and sell every little thing. Huh. XP is also nice. But is it even worth... What the... What was that? Okay, saving time. Oh, more inert stones means more rooms in our... yeah. So we could go to the end of time and check out what we find there. But first, of course, we're gonna go to Boreas, little home improvement center, and get a couple of gold cups and, you know, paintings, and there's all kinds of stuff I like to get. So, well, you don't get that. And more stuff. Winter amulet. Sure. I'll take a winter amulet. What does that do for us? What does that do? Winter amulet. Let's sort it by last added. Speed +1. Inflicts frozen on contact. That sounds rather useful for a melee character. Huh. I will give that to Daxalina, because she doesn't really have a good... Oh, man. Why can't we take this? It's a little... Restoration and Ice Wall. Sure. Take that. Watch it, once we take all that stuff. The Lost Were-Sheep. Well, teleportation, nice! So that's gonna solve that quest, or at least advance it. Cool. And unidentified crappy ring, of course. Man, this is well done. It's kind of... I don't know. It's just cool. You can't get there, but... Or at least... No. And like, if you could get all these coins, your character would be so filthy rich that could practically buy the ending. So... I don't know, I'm kind of torn with these things. Like, it looks so cool, and it does make sense for the character to have a treasure room like that for Boreas. On the other hand, though, it feels weird that you're arbitrarily hindered to go there. Like, there's no reason why you wouldn't jump over this fence and just start bathing in gold, right? And then just set up like a mining cart and just start getting that stuff out of there and then start to buy the world, because this here is pretty much enough for it, and goes on from here. So I'm torn with these things. Like, I love the treasure room, how they did it, from a design standpoint. From a gameplay perspective, I am not so convinced on that, because it feels icky, iffy, weird to not be able to loot it. But then again, we got plenty already. Like, that's at least 2,000 what we got here. So, I'll not complain too loud. Magical tragedies, sure. Let's save that first. That's the first. And of course, cheap, crappy items. Why wouldn't there be cheap, crappy items? Okay. Oh, yep. I'll take you. Looty, looty, loot. That's the good thing about role-playing games, right? That's why you play. To click through all the bookshelves, every single one, and be so damn happy if you find something. Oh, there's more! These are kind of awkward to reach. Can I reach them from here? Yeah, I can! That's cool, okay. Okay, next round. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing in here. You close them just by pressing escape, but I guess, yeah, you guys are familiar with the game better than I am at this point. So, I guess there was no point in bringing that up. Oh, what's wrong now? Go here. On a chest. Remove petrification and blank. Can't use to create a skill book. I see. Secrets of the Scroll. Yeah, I gotta get into crafting now. We got so many materials and so much crap. At this point, should be able. Huh. I wanna open you. How do we open that? Doesn't look like there's something here. Actually, let's try this out. I've read that you could put on the amulet that we got. This one. Just put that on. Then stand on here and wait. So we'll just do that. And in the meantime, have Lilith search around.
What's this? Something seems to have materialized in my pocket.
I'm not gonna be the one to fish it out if that's what you're asking.
Oh man, I love these dialogues. Okay, so we got something in our pocket. What is that? Last added. The Winter Ring. Nice. Allows you to cast Piercing Eye Shard. Willpower and Intelligence. That could actually be useful on Daxalina, probably. Get that. So I wonder if we take the Winter Amulet and the Winter Ring and then go up to this. Maybe that'll open it? No. Not really. Find the witch. Could we get behind here somehow? No. Alright, I guess I'll have to look it up. Like, can't seem to... Are these guys now... Yeah, I really can't seem to find out... Oh wait, do we have anything that we could like read or... Let's see. Get the last weresheep. What? The Legend of the Weresheep. A piece of parchment in Boreas' library indicated that the last living weresheep could be found in the Cave of Portals among the Immaculates. But that only the perceptive seeker will find it. Man, this is getting weirder and weirder by the minute. Can we sort by last item? There we go. Well, teleportation. Summon Blood Swarm. Secrets of the Scroll. Oh, we can put these back on. Intelligence and willpower. Well, I think we'll go with the Constitution and give that to... let's check out Lilith. Couple of cups. No, it doesn't really look like there's anything. Grimoire of the Inconceivable. Maybe we'll just use that there. What? How could I? Why is that clickable? That's nice. Okay. I guess I just used the skin of the... Yeah, the other one wasn't clickable. Alright, never mind. Yeah, maybe we can just use that. Let's see. Grimoire of the Inconceivable. Nope, doesn't look like it. And the rest is just some crappy stuff. Alright, yeah, I guess we'll be back. I can't figure out how to read this stuff. And there's no way like to get up there. No, doesn't look like it. Alright, before I stumble around here for 2 hours, we'll just get going and come back. It's interesting though, like how you... Some of these, like, I do like riddles, like I said. They could be fun, especially if you're... it's probably not good for what you call it, for shoutcasting or for doing YouTube videos about the game. But if you play alone and you really want the immersion, then you just, you know, read all the scrolls and read all the dialogues correctly. And then if you got lore and then you got riddles that pertain to that lore, that is pretty cool, I think. And it makes it possible for you to lose yourself even more in the game, which is, you know, what you mostly want. But I really hate it when they just put riddles in like there's a hidden switch and go search it. Be a good dog, just run around and search that. I really dislike those kinds of riddles because it's just a time sink basically, and it's nothing more frustrating than just running around the map. You know there's somewhere where you can find a key or we can find a switch or whatever, and you can just never find it. So usually I read up on those, and I'll do that. Love that fizzling sound. And I'll do that with the King Boreas chest, but maybe we'll get that by, you know, finishing the quest with the wishing well or something like that. I don't know. Alright, let's save up and go to Time's End. Let's see what we got. End of time. Mr. Zixie Zaxie. Maybe he has a good idea. Rejoice! I've put more parts of the puzzle on its tangled surface. I've read a whole new truth. Truth of what you are. At least I read part of it. And the implications are far-reaching indeed. You, or to be more precise, the souls within you, were once great leaders, sovereign among legions of lesser, if loyal beings. But don't just take my word for it. No, put stock in the words of the Weaver, for she has rewoven the threads that reveal your past. Quite a tale it is, too. O darlings of time, so listen carefully, for I will share it with you.
Long ago, two great human warriors led mankind in a terrible war. The Void Dragon threatened all of existence, and man and gods alike joined swords to stop it. The war was long and bloody, but the forces of order triumphed. The two warriors were celebrated as the rulers of all, and even the gods paid them tribute.
Okay. So we have a dialogue between these two. So we harbor two souls after all. Souls of sovereigns, no less. Alright, I think we might follow in their footsteps, or better yet become such mighty creatures. They were moved to the tapestry of time, remember? They were inspired to follow their fate. There's a certain allure about all this power and battle prowess, to be sure. At the very least, color me intrigued. Yes, indeed. Bold. What does that do? Bold is... initiative increased. Cautious is sneak increased. Nope, we like initiative. What's here now? More stories by Zigzags. Well, that's at least... should we? Really? Okay. Let's save that up. Salute you, my master. Other elementals lie in wait until with a word you command them to action. Which one of them has your preference? Wait, what? Oh, we already have the wind elemental, right? So I think next is the ice. No. Fire, ice, earth. Okay, ice. Thy will be done.
Well, aren't you going to leap through? Who knows what wonder awaits you?
Hall of Frost. Did we visit the Hall of Wind? I think we did.
It's so cold in here it hurts.
I think my very words may freeze and fall to the ground.
You say they have no loyalty to you despite their utter failure. Foolish creature. Chain your fate to theirs, and your chain is to shut you downfall.
That remains to be seen. I do believe they will. I do believe I will serve them again, despite your tricks.
Always by the truth, always by the manufacturer. Yet all I do is the truth. They failed before and they will fail again. The void, I can see it approaching in their eyes.
Well, would you like to sleep in that house? What a creepy fellow that is. Alright, nothing here of interest, it looks like. Can attack. Oh, let's just speak to Mr. Ice Cube.
Well, hello there.
By the hoary beard of Boreas, can it be? Well, we just killed Boreas, so yeah. What up? dog. You've come. You've come home. It's about time, isn't it? Your quarters have been invaded by all manner of madness. Huh, cool. Oh yes, we're gonna read through all that when I actually have... Yeah, I'll do that off screen maybe. Train in ice magic. Oh, right, okay. What do you mean by calling this my home? Could it be more explicit? This place is of your essence. Can't you feel it in your very bones, as I do in every crystal of frost within me? You belong here, and this place belongs to you. I cannot tell you why or how, but I know it to be true. Who are you? Does my brilliant frost beguile? Beguile. I'm ice, of course. A soldier of ice, to be explicit. And this is where I have dwelt across many eons. Here I wait for the day, if ever I'm called to serve the realm again. You say you've served the realm before, huh? Of course! Along my opposite, the eternal fire, we're summoned in service of a goal greater than timeless battle between heat and cold. Okay. Together we sought victory against the void. You can thank our great army for all of this, you know, for existence itself. Sure, thanks, buddy. And who can you thank for that beautiful ice star that's on your forehead? Those were times of great proportions, the forces of nothingness pitted against those of life. And naught but ourselves, marching to the beat set by our great leaders, could stop the void's encroachment. Oh, that sounds like my trip to work every day. Off to explore your abode, are you? Very good. I'm sure there's something around here that will jog your memory. Until we meet again. Okay. I do say I like that old style of English. It's just very hard for a non-native speaker, and I'm guessing even for native speakers it doesn't come intuitively. Let's just check in here, because I got the Alzheimer's. Oh yeah, now I remember. Let's check out our windy friend, though. Did I mention that I love these designs? They're so cool. Yeah, of course he has the biggest home of them all. There we go. Okay. Got a lot of teaspoons. Let's see. Farseer, Fall. Shield. Oh. Target can be moved 50 meters away from its position. That does sound interesting, to say the least. Storm. Create a lightning storm that randomly picks targets and deals loads of air damage. Air elemental, we have that. Okay, we've been here before. I'll take my leave. Ta-de-doo! Toodaloo, or toodaloo. Oh. You didn't loot the bases. What the hell, man? How did I miss that I could loot the bases? Of course they're all empty. Maybe we did loot them and I just got demented. Oh, just look at that floor design. I really like that. Especially that mix. Like you have this wooden bridge that... Is that stone? Oh, it's floating. Okay. We have that wooden bridge and these roots and earth that connected, and then it kind of goes into this intricate... what you call a mosaic? I think that's what you call it in German. This design here, and you can see it's weathered by time, but it's still intact. And the closer you come to the elemental, the cleaner it becomes. It just, I don't know, I just love that. Just love these details. Just makes this feel so weirdly natural. Like, just makes sense when you look at it. That's really a feat that not many game designers accomplish, I gotta say. Okay, so the statue has 2 more portals for us to open. Inner chambers. I'm chasing a White Witch. Do you have any information? Let's discuss rewoven threats. I don't really care for all that stuff, honestly. I'll take my leave. Maybe let's talk to the Weaver herself. It's the Instigator. It's the beginning of all ends, the birth father of death and white. Be wary of him. I know not what is fear, and yet for him I tremble. Yeah. Is it Christmas where you live? Why is that hat on your head? Alright, so I guess she just has a folksy wisdom to everyone in our... what you will call this? Is it a castle? Our homestead? But no real information, and certainly nothing that will move the questline forward, so... Hall of Secrets... nothing here. And here, no more portals, and here is the observatory. Right. That was where we first got here. Such a... Ah, there's the void. What the... Oh, that was it? I thought there's a cutscene there we just unlocked. Man, I felt smart there for a second. Okay. Back to Hiberheim, I guess. Let's see. We got to the Hiberheim prison. And I think we can... Where was the witch? Down here. I think we do not need to... Hold on there. I forgot. This thing probably... Like, all of this will be lava once we got there, right? Yeah, I think that's the case, so never mind. I don't want to reload the game. We're just gonna... if there's anything interesting in this box, I'll just let you know later. For now, though...
There she is, the White Witch, a prisoner in ice.
Wonder what sorcery, or worse, sorcery, we'll have to use to get her out.
How does it work again? Well, we did have to do what exactly? I need to call these... Oh god, what was it? Huh. Last worship, that's great. Oh man. I forgot what we need to do. That's great. Source Hunter's Journey. So let us see. Met an ice elemental. No, find the witch, I guess. We asked Sue for help to free the witch. She gave us a rune to summon him when we're close to her. Right. So where's that freaking rune? Enlightened amulet. Smelly scarf. Malachite. Diamonds. Teleported pyramids. Rune! Where is the rune? Ingredients. Magical. Runes are mostly magical. Apparently not this one. Is it consumable? Is it given to Jahan? Frick. Where did I put that? Hey, Wintering. We got the Lore Master Poison Resistance. I think we'll take this here. Lore Master. Speed +1, and here's Intelligence and Willpower and Water Resistance. That does seem a little more useful. And we can also cast the Ice Shard. Oh! She does have the rune.
There she is. The White Witch. Prisoner of ice.
I wonder what sorcery, or worse, sorcery, we'll have to use to get her out.
And your depth. I would be remiss not to honor your request. Shield your eyes, Source Hunter, to melt ice of this refinement. I need to summon an equally rare flame. That looks like you're melting it with your lava dick, but alright. Ooh, you look pretty. Ikara. Gods, it's colder than a witch's teeth. How very callous of Landra to... What? How very callous of Leandra to injure her only sister in a barren tundra for eternity. Come on, Source Hunter, is that the masquerade? Well, what a motley crew we are. Why can't we trade? Isn't there somewhere a bit warmer we might discuss matters? What do you mean by masquerade? Ah, yes, of course, of course. Pardon me. I did not mean to imply you were very clearly... I didn't meant... Really? Is that correct? I didn't meant to imply you were very clearly eternal beings in the guise of minor mortals. Not at all. Please. Let's carry on. Man, her grammar's killing me. Like, I'm already... Alright, tell me about your sister. Are you the White Witch? Oh yes, I suppose I am. But I prefer my given name, Ikara. That is, charmed. How did you become imprisoned here? First things first, Source Hunter. For my freedom, I owe you every imaginable thanks. My soul had withered in this barren prison, and I might not have survived much longer without your help. I must say, though, that a Source Hunter was the last hero I expected to find before me at the moment of my liberation. But what were you asking again? Yes, this horrid winter affair and the corrupted king. Boreas of all the ghastly brutes to face. I'll tell you now, when I realized exactly where and to whom my sister was consigning me, I was certain I'd never enjoy the sun's warmth again. But neither she nor I anticipated the Source Hunter. That was her mistake and my blessing. Well, I hope I haven't disappointed my own hero. I'm just a white and witchy... Am I just as white and witchy as you'd hoped? Yeah, kinda, actually. I thought you were 100 years old, so that's cool. Tell me more about your sister. My own little sister. If you can imagine it, after all she's done. She was always the more ambitious, the more exacting of us, and she had no fear of the darkness that so often accompanies Source. Her collusion with King Boreas in confining me in here confirms my worst fears. She has become involved in affairs beyond her usual manipulations. She's planning something far greater than I could have anticipated. Until now, I considered my own supervision sufficient to curb the worst of her, but I fear her reach has extended beyond my own. For this reason, and with a heavy heart, I ask you, Source Hunter, to find out how far exactly Leandra has become entwined in the dark arts. You stand accused of murdering the Sicilian High Consular Jake. Oh yes, a terrible business that. I'm afraid we quite ruined that poor innkeeper's room, didn't we? When all this hula-baloo's been settled, I'll have to provide him with proper recompense for all the fire and brimstone we brought into his establishment. But forgive me, back to the point. Yes, I suppose it was my hand that killed the consular, but murder happens to be an awfully grievous word for what happened. I'm more than happy to relay the whole affair if you're interested. Yeah, please. It's a sordid story, to be perfectly frank. Two sisters of philanderous, treacherous, wizarding fool, death and mayhem. Are you sure you're interested in such things? No, not the slightest. We just... Sure. The sparkle in your eyes belies your better nature, Source Hunter. Now I know that it is your duty to get to the heart of this, and in truth, the events of that night were but one part of a larger and much darker matter. A matter in which I'll dare to beg your assistance before we go through with one another. Now, that dreadful night. It starts with two sisters, as I said, myself and Leandra. We share a certain bond, you see. A bond of no small import. Our very souls are forged together, so that neither of us will survive the other's death. This particular bond also gives us certain occasional windows into the other's doings, feelings, and senses. One night, as I dreamt, I had a sudden revelation, clear as day. No dream, but a vision. Leandra, my own sister, was engaged in a carnal embrace with my own paramour. The treacherous wizarding fool I mentioned. I guess that's the one that we freed from the cave there? I guess? Maybe? I don't know. My heart broke only after I was already halfway to the Sicilian Inn, where I'd find them. I was determined to catch them in the act, but when I arrived at the King Crab, everything was wrong. Leandra had already fled, and Counselor Jake stood over the wizard, a knife in both hands, preparing to plunge a dagger into the heart of he who'd broken mine. I couldn't stop him in time. I drove the knife downward with all strength, and the wizard's blood spilled forth. I had no choice. I couldn't watch him die, so I used the power I've long forsworn, Source, and sacrificed the counselor to save him. His life spared the one I'd intended to take. I woke the wizard, and we fled before we were seen. If you were any other Source Hunter, I suppose you'd strike me down where I stand after that terrible admission. Fortunately for us both, you are no other Source Hunter. I intend to extend my own invitation to Source Hunter, but I believe I ought to accompany you to Zigzag's hideout. Oh, do forgive me for presuming, but I'd recognize the imp's essence just about anywhere. Both he and you must learn more about the darkness that extended itself into our dearest Rivelin, and I believe I know where we must begin. Begin? Oh my goodness, what have we been doing until now? All this work, man. It's not easy to be a Source Hunter. Ah, but unless there's a bear flailing through the threats of time, I do believe Master Zigzags is on his way. Make way, Source Hunter, landing in 3, 2... Hunters, you've done it! Icarus free! Oh, what good it does my impish heart to see her safe and bright as ever. We've so much to discuss. Come one and all to the end of time. A spot of something warm and soft. Glow of the tapestry ought to do all a bit of good. Huh?
There you are, darling Ikara. You gave us quite
Ikara.
the now, if we're done playing hide and seek, let's not waste a jot more time. Oh, I just can't wait to pick your every step.
After you, Master Zigzags.
Okie doke. So that was weird. And I think we'll just conclude it at that. We freed the White Witch finally. And we'll explore this prison a little more. Maybe we can reveal some secrets. Maybe we can get this treasure, hopefully treasure chest that good old departed Boreas left behind. And then continue on with exterminating the cults and getting rid of... Hold on. Ragnar's cured. Cool. That's a nice little feature. I guess it was the inert stone. I didn't even realize. Nice. That is nice. Thank you. Huh. Cool. So we're cured now. No more ticking damage. I mean, it wasn't that bad. It's just very, very annoying over time to just always take damage. And this year was spammed with, if you could... Oh no, we can't go back there, but you know what I mean. Spammed with Ragnar took 1 damage. Ragnar took 1 damage. Anyway, I'm happy. Hope you are too. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday or Monday or whenever you're watching this, and see you around for the next episode.